excited for today's video. It's a completely self-serving video. I'm just trying new makeup that I want to try. These products are not really very popular for the most part. I just want to try this stuff. I have like a compilation of products that I got at Ulta Beauty World that I'm excited to try. Some products that I've seen other people use that I want to try. I have a couple products that you guys recommended for me to try. So it's just a good old testing new makeup session. And I really shouldn't be filming this because my speed reviews drawer right now is busting at the seams. I'm ready to film a new one, and this video is just gonna add more product to this drawer, but I don't care. It's Monday, okay? I want to do something fun with my Monday. Speed reviews are fun, but they're a lot of work for all parties involved. Whenever I tell Jose, who's my husband, if you don't know, he edits my videos. When I tell him I have a speed reviews, it's like I smacked him. It's like I smacked him right across the face. Jose hates editing speed reviews because it's very product heavy. So you're welcome, Jose, but guess what? Tomorrow I'm filming a speed review, so get ready, prepare yourself. All right, let's go ahead and get started. For base, I just have my skincare on from this morning. I ran to Costco this morning. I drug my husband along with me. Do all husbands hate Costco? He still picked up stuff, so I don't want to hear it. But it's later than normal that I'm getting ready, so my skincare has really penetrated the skin. Gosh, this is makeup therapy, I'm just talking, but today's my dad's birthday, so this is what I'm gonna wear to my dad's birthday. Oh, is it a video without me not muting my phone? Okay, so I actually have a couple new bases that I'm gonna play with from Maybelline. Drugstore heavy video. Not all is drugstore, but I do have a lot. So 2 new primers from Maybelline. I just unboxed all of my PR recently. 2 different types, so I think I'm gonna go half and half. We have the Serum Grippy Makeup Grip Primer, which I don't even like grippy primers, but I continue to try them all. And then the Poreless Jelly Hydrating Blur Primer. Hydrating and blurring don't really go well in a product together, so we'll see what they did with this. So I'll do half and half. I'm bringing attention to it to tell you not to put your attention to it, but ignore my crusty nails. I pulled off all of my press-ons this weekend and haven't gone back to like make them look better. Okay, we'll do the grippy primer first because I need to give this as much time as it needs to dry so it's not too sticky. My vibration is too loud. Okay, just throw it on the floor. So I really like it when a grippy primer becomes ungrippy. So I'm really not a candidate for a grippy primer, but I'm gonna let it set. It feels actually very thin, which is nice. It's spreading really easily. It's getting all up in my brow from being a little on the watery side. You know what? There's not a lot of grippy primers that I feel like are actually thin like this. And as it's setting, I do feel, you see that, right? A little bit of stickiness. There's some tackiness. Now, grippy primers I typically recommend for those with oily complexion. Why I do not like a grippy primer is because I find it makes putting products over top less of an easy blending experience. Though, if you have oily skin and you're used to your makeup slipping and sliding, I totally see your reason for it. I got the opposite problem. My skin just sucks it up into its dry cracks. So that's why I don't like a grippy primer. But she's a little sticky. Okay, but this one I'm excited about. The Poreless Jelly Hydrating Blur Primer. Let's take a look. I'm very curious as to what this consistency is going to be. Okay. So it looks like it's just a regular blurring primer, kind of silicone-y, but they say it's hydrating. Pay attention. Let's see if it does anything for the pores. Okay, I feel like that blurred over them a little bit. Huh. It doesn't feel how it looks. Feels really nice, honestly. Wait, I think I do feel a little bit of hydration happening. Now, blurring, I don't know. For me, really only powders can blur, and of course foundation. Primers I don't really feel are blurring. But that's just what I've noticed on myself. I know some people swear, but this almost has a cooling sensation. I've never used a blurring primer that felt like this. It is a little hydrating. Now, it's not going to be as hydrating as a true regular cream style hydrating primer or moisturizer, but it did a little something. It definitely feels more hydrating than the grippy primer. And grippy primer, are we still grippy? A little bit, but not too bad. I mean, they do what they say they're gonna do. And I do think this side looks a little bit more blurred, a little bit more mattified. I'm not mad at those primers, honestly. Obviously, it's very early to tell. So if you're new here, I don't test products one time and then you'll never hear about them again. I have a series on my channel called Speed Reviews. So after I've used these way more than once, I will update you on my thoughts on these products in a Speed Reviews specific video. So keep an eye out for that if you're interested. And I film almost every day, me doing my makeup every day. So you'll see and hear and read about these products on my face as I continue testing them. Now, I'm really not getting very far. It's, you know, the weekend. I didn't get to talk to you guys. I was offline. Okay, so one of the most exciting booths at Ulta Beauty World was Polite Society, because I don't have much experience with Polite Society, and I heard a lot about their More Than a Pretty Face skin caring foundation, and this has been out for a long time, and part of their booth experience is they shade matched you, and they gave you a literal full-size foundation, and then I'll use this as well, the Cabana Club Blurring Bronzer. So they shade match you to both of these, but I've seen a lot about this little or big egg foundation, so I'm very excited for this. Polite Society, that's Jared Blandino's brand, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. The makeup news, he started Too Faced and got it to be what it was, and then they kicked him off, right? And so he created Polite Society, and from what I can see, seems to be doing really well. So I was shade matched with Fair N. Now this is going to be on the lighter side for me, I think, because she did ask me when they were shade matching me, are you going to get more tan? My answer was no. So I think she went with the lighter match for me. And you guys know how I think I'm more tan than I actually am. So let's see. Okay, at least it's neutral. Ooh, it feels really almost whipped. All right, I know I'm light, but that's really light. I think she tried to go with my neck, which is fine, but this is lighter than my neck too. The lighting wasn't optimal when they shade matched me, but am I delusional? Okay, it's blending out. Okay, it's a lighter coverage. We can make this work, we can work with it, but that was shocking. Maybe I am delusional, because this does match my neck. Anyways, normally I would go with a little bit of a darker shade, so if you're trying to shade match yourself, and you're a shade match with me, this is a bit light, but I can make it work. Oh, it's like whipped. It's crazy consistency. I've never used a foundation like this. So light feeling on the skin. It was a free foundation, so beggars will not be choosers here. But this is light. Anyways, interesting, lightweight, cloudy, whipped consistency that I've never tried with a foundation before. So that's quite unique, and I mean, it feels airless on the skin. I just am gonna have to spend a little extra time working this in because it is a little ghostly on me. But it does match my neck, I suppose. But I was very, very, very excited to finally be able to try this foundation. Okay, so I notice when I wear a foundation shade that's a bit on the light side, it will emphasize some texture and dry patches, more so than if I go with something a little deeper. So it is sticking to my hair. I can see that it's not a perfectly smooth look, but I am going to attribute that to its lighter shade. But we'll see how it settles. So it's definitely lighter in coverage, but I love the way that it feels on the skin. I think it feels really nice. This one, too early to tell. Too early to tell, but not love at first sight. Which makes me worried for the concealer. Actually, first, I'm gonna put in Rephr Beauty eyebrow pencil. I used the shade light brown the first time I tried it. This is the second impressions. It was a bit almost yellow. It was an interesting tone. So I'm gonna use dark brown. I think this one is probably gonna be a better match for me. Really fine point here. Let's pop this baby on. Oh, much better shade match in the brows. I mean, usually I should go for dark brown because I have quite dark hair, but I prefer lighter brow pencils because I let my brow gel do a lot of the shaping, and then I just lightly fill in. And I find sometimes dark brown just makes my brows look a little too harsh, but this is the perfect shade actually. It's not too dark or too creamy. A lot of it actually does have to do with consistency. If a brow pencil is too creamy, it can deposit too much pigment, which then makes the brows look really dark, which I'm not normally going for. I look crazy right now. Okay, then I'm gonna take a little bit of foundation and clean up under my brows. 1 second. Due to the shade of this foundation, my concealer might be a no-go, but this is new from IT Cosmetics. It's the Do It All Radiant Concealer, and it's supposed to be like serumy. It has a really interesting applicator. This looks like it's darker than my foundation, so let's just see. But like, look at this. How interesting. So you just twist it here at the bottom. A lot of people are not gonna like this. I do love a good classic doe foot, but we're doing something different here. Come on. Hold on, this might be a bit. Oh, okay, it's coming. It just came. Okay, this is gonna have to be more of a color corrector. Has some peachy tone to it, right? I'm gonna have to add something lighter on top. My skin is looking dry, you guys. I do feel like the side that I use, the blurring primer and hydrating primer, is looking less crusty than the grippy side. Just an observation. So this is very thin. Lighter coverage. Definitely is going to be needed tested again with some different base products. But I'm finding the product difficult to apply. Like in terms of getting it out. I guess we're there now. It's not that bad. I don't know. I prefer regular doe foot, but I'm thinking, I'm like really struggling to articulate myself. You know what? It's a serumy consistency, and it actually is quite hydrating. It has a little bit of a glow there. It feels nice on the under eyes. It's a complete different finish than the Polite Society, so they're kind of clashing a bit. So maybe be a little bit more considerate of what base you use. It's not bad. That looks pretty. Okay, I wasn't too sure at first, but it's grown on me. I'm gonna mesh the two consistencies together. Yes, my under eyes are a little darker. But in the name of testing makeup, sometimes that just has to happen. I always say when I do testing videos, like, of course I want my makeup to look nice, but I'm not putting my best face forward. I'm trying to test the products, and sometimes that means compromising how it looks. For example, sometimes my concealer is going to be darker than my foundation, but this gives a lighter coverage. It feels pretty hydrating. It wouldn't be an all-time favorite concealer of mine, but there is a purpose for it. And I can't wait to test that with like tinted moisturizers and those glowy kind of products that are very trendy. We have a couple liquid complexion products to put on, like the Polite Society Cabana Club Blurring Bronzer. This was what I also got at Ulta Beauty World. I'm excited about it. I went with the shade Club Tropicana, which is the second lightest shade. Ooh, interesting consistency. It's like a powder cream hybrid. Super light. It's kind of like the Rare Beauty Blurring Blushes, but a little bit more powdery. The Rare Beauty is a little bit more putty-like. Anyways, let's get this on. I'm intrigued. Is it a powder? Is it a cream? I'm gonna do this half of my face, and then I'm gonna look it up. Sorry. With this being a video that I'm filming for myself and for funsies, my research was minimal. Which, you only got one job, Morgan, and you're failing at it, but sometimes you just want to play blindly. Cabana Club Blurring Bronzer, Polite Society. I know I'm getting old because I don't want to type anything out anymore. This is what my mother does. I just want to hear their description of this. Hybrid bronzer, whipped buttery feel that combines both powder and liquid. Okay, I wasn't crazy. It really is that unique, creamy but powdery consistency. Really thin, really smooth. Wow, effortless blend. Now, if I got a shade that was too dark, maybe it wouldn't be so effortless, but this is airy, just like the foundation, and it is super blurring. Ooh, this is gorgeous. I'm really excited about this product. So nobody was gonna tell me about this? I'm so excited about this. Wow, Polite Society. This is incredible. What a unique product. I do not have another product like this in the bronzer realm. It's just so light, but also very, very blurring around the edges here. You can't over apply it if you have the correct shade. Now I'm noticing, because I used a darker concealer, that right here it's looking tired. So I'm just gonna take the littlest bit of my foundation and I'm just gonna try and sneak some brightness right in this area because we don't want to look tired today. While yes, I am testing, I still want to look decent as I am leaving the house. Because if I wasn't, I would just leave it. I'm feeling better about that. Okay, lastly, I wanted to apply one of the ColourPop liquid blushes. I've used them in the past, but I have some new shades that I thought looked really pretty. So I thought, like, why not? Why not? Let me show you the shades that I have. But look how cute the packaging is. So this is Thanks, THX. Yes, they're coming for Rare Beauty here. Super Shy. These are more sheer than the Rare Beauty, which is a good thing, just so you know. And Angel Face is gonna give us a brighter pink. Ooh, that's pretty too. We're gonna go with the most neutral shade, Thanks. Let's see. It's a little bit, has some mauve tones to it, and I'm specifically picking this because of the highlight color we're gonna use. It's a little bit more purple. That's pretty. My review of these is that they're good, they're fine, they get the job done. It's a liquid blush, which there's only so many ways to describe, and with blushes being the product of the last couple of years, they're all kind of turning out to be the same. There's a lot less variety. And so long as they blend out and they last and they mesh with product underneath, they play well with others, there's not much more to say. So it has kind of a natural finish. That's very pretty. If you wanted to save a few bucks on the Rare Beauty, these are nice. They are definitely more sheer. So just keep that in mind. It's not an exact dupe, but definitely a get the job done kind of product. So I'm just meshing my concealer brush into the edges of the blush to make it more seamless and pretty. Now this I've been excited about. So there is a creator, Shelby Ann, on TikTok who's going very viral for her super blurring base routine, which I do need to try that. But the powder that she used are these from L'Oreal, the Infallible Blurfection. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna use the shade Pink Light. So I'm excited. Hopefully this blurs everything away. And I'm not scared. I know the drugstore can create an amazing powder. I also know they can create bad powders, but one of my all-time favorite powders, the most blurring, is from Maybelline, which L'Oreal and Maybelline are kind of the same, no? So we have some cheap drugstore packaging. That's okay. Blend out the ickies. Let's see. I have my Kosas Powder Puff. It's not darkening, which is fantastic. That's like my biggest ick when it comes to a powder. When it darkens. I mean, maybe it darkened a little bit, but not bad. You can see as it's settled, it's actually oxidized a little bit. I spoke too soon, but it's not bad. Pretty blurring though. I need a white version of this so I can really get it nice and bright. This one definitely has a pinker tone. So it starts off brightening, but then it kind of oxidizes a bit. But what do you think? This is definitely blurring. It's looking a little dry right here, but it is powder and I do have dry skin. I'm not too horribly bothered by that. But the blurring, it does do. And it feels very, very lightweight. Okay, I can see this being beneficial in a makeup routine for sure. Pretty good, pretty good. I need to try the yellow shade. I'm looking a little dry now. More so, it's emphasized the dryness from using a foundation shade that was a little light. But that's pretty good. Nothing a setting spray won't be able to fix, especially as time goes on and I wear this longer. Before I do set in with some moisture, 1, I've gotten a lot of requests about this. 2, it's very viral. 3, though, I don't really like the shade that I have, but that's okay. We have the Buttermelt highlighter from NYX. Their Buttermelt line is very, very popular. They have more natural shades, but I got this in my goodie bag from Ulta Beauty World, so we're gonna have to use holographic lavender. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I at least want to feel the consistency. I would like to open it too. There we go. Okay, what do you think? Let's feel it. I mean, it's not as buttery as some other highlighters. It's not as buttery as I thought based on the name, but that's okay. And I also don't want to judge the whole line based on this shade since it is a holographic tone. It might be more glittery than others. Am I gonna regret this? Like, that's really glittery. Again, I cannot speak for the other shades in this range. I'm not gonna like this. No, I don't like this shade. I'm gonna have to go into Ulta and investigate the other shades, but holographic lavender is quite glittery, which will be gorgeous, by the way, all over the eyelid. Maybe I can do something with that. But as a highlight, I'm gonna have to pass. And I might just ruin my makeup right here, right now, but I'm gonna try not to. These CoverGirl Skin Enhancer Pearl Highlight Balms. I'm already powdered down, so this might be a mistake, but let's try Rose Beam. Products like these are pretty popular, and they've been performing decent, honestly. I have one from L'Oreal that's done okay that's done fine over powder. Okay, it's a little, like, this isn't optimal application, but I just want to get like a little zing when I turn, which I am. I'm just gonna be very, very careful and really mush this in. Not bad. The L'Oreal Lumi one that just launched is more balmy feeling than this one. This one has more creaminess to it. Hey, that's not bad. Don't look too close with a magnifying glass. But that's way better than the NYX. Wait, I'm impressed. And I don't normally like products like this. Okay, I need something to mush my dryness in. So this is not new, but it is in my speed reviews drawer. I'm ready to give you my final review in my next speed reviews. But the Kosas Cloud Set setting spray, we're gonna douse my face in this. I meant it when I said that. This is gonna be the cure to all. And I'm gonna give this a couple minutes to get up in there. Okay, now this is where your guys' influence comes in, because you know I love a good shadow stick, and I recently tried the Too Faced shadow stick, and I loved how gleaming it was, and so many comments were like, Morgan, you need to try the Half Magic ones. And I said, okay. I happen to have them in my to try bin. So these are the Half Magic Sparkle Stick eye crayons, and I just swatched them, and I'm hoping this translates on here, because look at these. I'm gonna name them for you going down. Champagne Snowflake, Beige Mystique, Twirlita, The Dreamies, Frost Winkle, Cloud Kid, look at that, Princess Teddy, Faux Bot, Noah or Never, Punk Pony. So I just went ahead, took the liberty of putting on the Polite Society Cabana Club bronzer in my crease. We're gonna go pink because potentially we will put this NYX highlight to use. So I'm thinking the Dreamies, of course. Let's see. This is what the packaging looks like, by the way. Please translate, I beg you. Okay, if there's any creasing, let's get that off. Okay, so to note, it's not as creamy of an application as I typically prefer, but the job's getting done. Oh my god, it's raining so hard. The roof is above this room. I feel like I hear every raindrop. Okay, I'm gonna take my brush, soften the edges, working out very nice. Is it translating? Not exactly, but it's working. Okay, I'm gonna be a little messier with this. So it's not as emollient as some of my favorite shadow sticks, but it's getting the job done. And this is just one shade. I have some fun colors to play with. Okay, I feel like it's not as smooth looking on my lid as I was hoping. So these will need to be tested some more. Let's put Twirlita, which is the pink shade right here. Okay. Right, it's looking a little dry on the eyelid. Unfortunately, my Laura Mercier is just unbeatable, but the Too Faced gave them a run for their money. I'm gonna continue testing these. We're not knocking it off yet, because these do have potential. I'm gonna try different base, maybe with nothing on my lid, and see how they do. But until then, we'll try and tackle some of this clumpiness by layering this highlight that I cannot open over top. Like, okay, let's see. We're just gonna put it everywhere. I mean, that's beautiful. I don't like it so much on my face, but on my eyes, that's pretty. And this is with no glitter glue or nothing. Okay, just blend everything out, the edges. Icy Galactic Princess. I don't have a new mascara or anything. I need to continue testing the mascaras that I'm using. I'm gonna pop on a dark brown purple. Which mascara do I wanna try? You know what I've been loving is the Prada mascara, unfortunately, with its price point, but been loving that. I'm gonna use this CoverGirl Super Cloud mascara since I've been using a lot of drugstore products. I don't think I like this. Well, I know I don't like it, but let me give it a 20th chance. Be right back. So a couple of thoughts regarding the makeup as I threw these caterpillars on my eyes, which, by the way, Cloud9 from Velour, one of my favorites for the drama. So thoughts. Number one, I went to the bathroom. I saw these against the lights. I definitely am going to be giving these more chances because they just look so beautiful swatched. I don't know what happened today, but with that NYX highlight over it all, woo, looks good. And these do set down, by the way, which is amazing. Second thought, why did this CoverGirl Super Cloud work really well today? It's definitely thickened as it's dried. And then, final thought, a lot of brands are launching the glowy lip balms, so I have two today to try. So I just popped on Anywhere Caffeine from Makeup Forever. I don't have any new lip liners. So I have the Polite Society Polite Pout Glossy Lip Balm in Coconut Cream. And then the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Melting Lip Balm in Strawberry Shortcake, both of which I received during Ulta Beauty World. We'll try both. Why not? I need to do a grand video of all of these. As you can tell, Ulta Beauty World, you could charm it. So I think this coconut cream from Polite Society is clear. So let's start off with this. Very nourishing feeling right away. Feels like it could slip inside a little bit. Has a sweet taste to it. I love that. I know, like, you know, I'm not going to be munching on this, but it's quite pleasant tasting. That's pretty. And it feels very, very nourishing. Wait, I really like this. I'll have to see the longevity on this. Now, these types of products, they don't last a long time, but some just grip the lips better. Like this one feels like it could slide off, but it's also thick, so it might not. That actually is one of the most nourishing feeling right away. Okay, e.l.f. This is e.l.f.'s take, of course, on the Summer Fridays. So, Strawberry Shortcake has a little bit of pigment to it. Ooh. Ooh, I love this color. It feels thinner than Summer Fridays. Not as nourishing as the Polite Society, but nourishing still. Thinner version of the Summer Fridays, but very pretty. And this one actually has some pigment too. Okay, as they say on Love Island, it's early days on these, but I like it a lot. You guys, I'm just gonna go downstairs now and read in this makeup look. I am, for my girls who are involved in my ACOTAR journey, I am 20 chapters short of finishing Silver Flame. And that book was really hard for me to get into. It's the last one in the ACOTAR series. Super hard for me to get into. But after about like the 50th chapter, I'm locked in. I gotta finish it. I can't wait. It's gotten real good. I still hate Nesta, but she's made me cry a little bit. Okay, anyways, you don't care about that. But some of you do. I wanted to keep you updated. After all these weeks, I'm finally almost done. The makeup looks really nice, honestly. And after all that was said and done, the foundation match pulled together. It does match my neck. Final thoughts, standout products. These are first impressions. You will hear about these again. I like the Maybelline bases. I'm actually impressed with the Poreless Jelly. I think that side made the makeup look a little bit better. Foundation, definitely need more testing with that, but I love the whipped texture of it. Star of the show, easily this bronzer from Polite Society. Unique, blurring, gorgeous. I was just always meh on these ColourPop liquid blushes, but honestly, I really liked them today. The L'Oreal Blurfection, I have a positive thought about this. I really like it. I was a little disappointed with the Half Magic sticks, but I want to continue playing with them because I do think they still have potential. And super impressed with both of these glossy balms that I'll have to continue using. So if you want some more updated thoughts on these, hold on. Let me go taller. So if you are curious about the final outcome of all of these products, make sure you're subscribed to my channel and tune into my speed reviews, which I will update you in a few weeks as I finalize my opinions on these. As always, I'll have all of the products tagged through YouTube Shopping and linked down below for you guys for your convenience. I'm gonna end this here. Thank you so much for listening to me chitter chatter, talk your ears off. I had a lot of fun and I I'm here for the love of makeup, you guys. I had so much fun just playing with some new products, and hopefully the next video will be speed reviews. We'll see. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.
It's delicious.